Hello YouTube, this is our future and the power's with the people. I want to ask you right now, if you like my videos, please subscribe and comment and like them. This helps with the algorithms of the to get my videos out there. I want to talk about the Daniel Shaver case and in Arizona. And it's kind of funny that, you know, this is an older case. It's 2016, I believe, it was when it happened. But as much as I watched the news, I didn't know this existed until I saw Brian's video from High Impact Flicks, where he did a bit on it. And in his video, which I'll link below this, that you can watch it, where he kind of dissects it, but it's also with a guy named Mike the Cop and one of his buddies that are dissecting the video as well. And there's one thing I want to say about this. That was murder. Okay? That was murder. And not only that, it was actually premeditated murder, considering that the cop that shot him, Philllip Blairsford, had wrote on his gun and stitched in his gun, his AR-15, "You're fucked." So if he's wrote "you're fucked" on his M16 or his AR-15, then he's already premeditated that he wants and fantasizes to kill people. Now, I was a soldier, still am a soldier. Once a soldier, always a soldier. But I understand, you know, when we were in the Army, that we fantasized about going to war and we fantasized about killing people. And I understand, you know, that when you're over there, you're so jacked up that all you care is using your weapon. That's what you're trained to do. That's why you're there, and you want to use it. That doesn't make it right, my friend. Not in the least little bit. And you guys, the law enforcement and the military, need to have a little more discretion, you know, and be a little more critical of each other on how you handle these situations. The fact that Mike the Cop and that other guy sat there and said this wasn't murder, if you watch that video, there is no possible way this man, Daniel Shaver, was a threat. Nobody in their right mind would consider this man a threat. His last words before he was shot was him crying, saying, "Yes, sir." He was in his hotel room drinking with some neighbors that were in another hotel room. So he was already intoxicated. The man had a pellet gun in his room. He didn't even have the pellet gun on him when the incident happened. He was completely clueless as a law-abiding citizen of why all of a sudden he's got 6 armed officers pointing their guns at him. He has no idea why. And he was ridiculed, forced to do things that there was no reason for that at all. And then shot because he was trying to pull his shirt up, drunk, scared to death. So that means, officers, that if we make this much of a mistake, you're going to take our life? Does that protect and serve the community? And then you back this guy. Every officer that I've heard talk about this incident, and every article that I've read since, you law enforcement officers back this Philllip Blairsford and say he did the right thing. So that means every one of you guys are wrong. Every single one of you. That man's a human being. He's a daggum United States citizen. He is innocent. And there was no possible way that anybody can interpret that as a threat. And if you're interpreting that as a threat, you want it to be a threat. And that's wrong. You guys need to police each other. And if there's dirty cops or there's young kids that are steroid junkies or God knows what in your department and they can't wait to pump some lead into somebody, then you need to speak up and say, hey buddy, you need to calm down. If you got an officer in your department that loves picking on teenagers like this Philllip Blairsford did and bullying people, you need to get them out of your department because there's no business for that in a police department. None. I understand you guys have dangerous jobs. Guess what? You're not the only people on earth with dangerous jobs. I'm sick of hearing it. You know, when a cop dies, all y'all parade to the dang funeral like it's the worst thing that ever happened in the world. And I'm sorry some cop lost his life. I'm truly sorry for that. Somewhere. But look at daily what y'all do. Harassing citizens. And if that's why you're wearing a badge, I can promise you judgment will come to you one day. And if it ain't here on earth, the big man upstairs will definitely be judging you. So while y'all march around with your badge, and you march around parading around like a good old boy, remember, we're United States citizens and we're human beings. And how would you like your brother to be treated like Daniel Shaver? How would you like your sister to be treated like that? Or your mom, or your dad, or your son? Speaking of which, it's really funny that I've never heard about this. As much news as I watch. No, the shooting of Daniel Shaver on CNN. Trying to jack people up. No riots. Nobody burnt nothing down. I never even heard about it till the other day. Y'all guys have got to have a little morals and ethics and understand that people, ain't everybody out to get you. And y'all break the law just as much as anybody else. And there's not one person out here walking on water. And it damn sure ain't you. That guy is guilty of murder. And every cop that stands by somebody like that is guilty as well. And should not have a badge. He did what he was trained to do. That's crap. Where are you, America? Where are you? Are you going to allow this kind of stuff to continue? That's all I have. God bless.